The scriptures begin with the waters of the deep, vast waters of the deep, covered by darkness. And on that first day, God spoke and said, "Let there be light." And the light was good. We learn in the Gospel of John that the light shines and darkness cannot cover it. But I tell you, sometimes when you look at your Facebook feeds or you turn on the news, you think the whole world's coming to an end. There's so much negativity. So many people wanting to paint a bleak picture. So many people wanting to say, this is bad and it's only going to get worse. But that's not my story. That's not what I know. For light has shined, and darkness cannot cover it. Tonight you're going to meet some people that are letting their light shine in various ways.
Hi, I'm Mary Foote Davis. I'm a volunteer at the Well. I facilitate a women's group, and we have nice conversation, and the purpose of the group is to meet with the women to find out where they are and find out where they'd like to go and see if we can direct them on the path that they would like. I also work with the men on Friday, and I'm helping the men to play games like checkers and dominoes or whatever else they like, with the hope that it will stimulate their bodies and their minds. My spark stems from my commitment to public service for the common good, which I've had since high school. And so I've worked with the hunger, homelessness, men, women, and children for quite a number of years. So when I relocated to Southeast Georgia about a year ago, I looked for opportunities like that, and I was directed to the Well. So I came to the Well. I was very enthusiastic about what was going on there. So I decided this is a place I want to volunteer. So this is how I started. I'm committed to this kind of service. The situations we talk about when I meet with the women is, first of all, I'd like to know why they are guests at the Well, because there is a reason. So they tell me why they're there, and I also try to get some information in terms of how long they have been in the position they're in right now. And then we move from that to talk about what path they need to be on to move forward, because the goal, because there's homelessness and hunger in the world, and these people are coming to the Well because it's a great place to come to, they need to move on, and they need help with moving on. So I try to work with them in terms of where they want to move on, whether it's a medical problem, job, if they need a job referral or going to a caseworker or some other place, then we direct them to those resources. So the whole idea is to help the women guests move forward from where they are, so they will not have to see the Well as their home on a daily basis. Well, for me, the greatest thing for me in working with these women is when they move on. I'm very happy when they move on. You know, as of now, I've been doing this for maybe 3 months or 4 months, and 3 women have gotten jobs. I've encouraged them to go and look for jobs. If they're well enough, I do talk to them about their marketability in the labor force to find out where they can go or what they should do. But 3 women have gotten full-time work, so I no longer see them on Wednesday. And I'm hoping that 3 more will get full-time work. And so that's my goal. You know, if I'm down to 1 person, I'm very happy if I've gotten them all working. And if they have other needs, medical needs, we get that. But 3 women that are working, I mean, that brings joy to my heart. It's rewarding for me in the sense that I think by the grace of God, if I have a talent and I'm here on earth and I see that somewhere I can use that, I want to use it. And my whole thing is you use it with people. I use the term people who often have fallen off the log. And so I use the term, I want to help them get back on the log. So that's why I do it. And I really enjoy doing it. I mean, it's my passion working with people like this. I work with the incarcerated. I work with both men and women. And I really like doing it because I think those are the people that could most use what I have, the skills that I have to offer.
My name is Rod Saul. I'm a member of Wesley United Methodist Church of Frederica. We have a men's group that's been meeting for 28 years now. We meet once a week for breakfast and study and just to get to know each other better. All men in the church are invited to this group. Occasionally we have enough money left over from what we contribute towards the breakfast to help some person or family that a member might bring in front of us. And we've been doing this for 28 years. In 2007, early 2008, we had an exchange program with our church family, our minister, and a ministerial couple from England. And they exchanged churches and places for about 5 weeks during that spring, summer. And we remember the last sermon that the minister gave before they left to go back home to England. And the central message was, you got a great church, keep up the momentum. Well, at the same time, our men's group had been looking for a more lasting mission, a service. And one of the members had been in a church earlier in his life where they had a food box program. So we put that together, and we had a couple business owners, restaurant owners who were chefs in our group, and they put together a list of non-perishable food. We put that in a box, and it became known as the Momentum Box. In September of 2008, we had our first box delivered to FaithWorks. We decided to go through FaithWorks because they can qualify people. What we wanted to do was distribute this box to families of 4 or more, and it will feed that family for 3 or 4 days. So, September 2008 up to now, we have delivered 1,242 boxes for a total of $66,700. This program is alive and well. We get thank you cards from the various families that these boxes go to. About 4 years ago, I got to meet the mother of 3 teenage children that were food challenged. Basically, she was surviving, as I recall, with a stipend, but she was also trying to finish her college degree and get a job. Nursing. And as I recall, a year later when I saw her again, she had completed her degree, she had a nursing job, and she was beaming, so her light was shining as a result of the effort that she put in to finishing a job. And one of her kids, as a matter of fact, was an A student in high school. And I thought it was pretty phenomenal that that family could generate that kind of performance given their circumstances. So that was a good thank you, a very strong thank you, just the fact that she was able to accomplish what she did. When we started the Momentum Box program, it was a congregation-wide effort. Families went out shopping with the shopping list of foods that we decided upon and brought all those boxes and bags back to the church, and we went through the process of sorting them out and putting them into individual boxes with the right ingredients. We did that for a while, and then we decided after the initial enthusiasm for shopping died off more, so I went next door virtually to Publix, and I discovered that Publix has a lot of programs, outreach programs in the community, and so they were more than happy to do it. So we're now in our 3rd store manager since 2010 when Publix started, And they have a person who pulls this food off the shelves, off their inventory, and loads it into the boxes for us on a monthly basis. So we're very happy with Publix, and you should be too. If anybody in another church is interested in this program, just get a hold of FaithWorks, and they'll put you in touch with me or anybody else in our men's group that can help you get started with this program. Well, Jesus tells us to feed the hungry, and we are certainly doing that with the Momentum Box program. It lets our light, the men's light at Wesley Church, shine in the community. The thank you notes we get back invariably say, "Dear Methodist men." So it's a recognition that that's the body that's providing this food for people. And any group of people, men or women, could do something similar to this or join in on the Momentum Box type program because the need is there.
And so it is very easy to get discouraged when one blow comes after another, or one wave keeps crashing down upon us. And sometimes we think that all there is darkness, and we can't quite see to make our way. But then there's someone like Mary who will come in and sit down and give some time and some compassion and some advice to let her light shine so that these other women might know that light shines within them too, and that they can find their way to health and hope and strength. And Rod, who helps represent a group of men who want to make sure that no one goes to sleep hungry. So easy when we don't have food on our table to feel like the whole world is broken around us and that there is no hope, but nothing but despair. Imagine what it's like to be able to have a meal, to be able to go to sleep satisfied, knowing that someone cares, that someone has shown their light to them, and enabling them to get up and go to work and go to school with the strength and confidence that only can come from God's light shining through them.